Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Today's little video we're going to make this magnetic base work light. So thanks for tuning in and let's get right into it. Okay, so first of all we're going to take our little LED light. As you can see, zoom in there. There's the specs. So it's 27 watt. It's a 60 degree light. I took the 60 instead of the 30. I think this will work better for what we're aiming for. Okay, so there's a little light. It's got a little piece of cable on. This thing is not user serviceable. It's stuck together. No screws, no nothing. So it's use until it's done and throw it away. But let's get going again. It's got a little piece of 2-core wire on. It looks like half a millimeter. Looks like half square millimeter wire. So let's see what we can get out of it. First of all, I think I'm going to put the switch on here because I've got some twin flex speaker wire that I'm going to use, and I don't want to, you know, the whole insulation tape thingy there. So what I've got is I've got a little switch on it there. The switch will be the transition between the let's call it round insulation versus the twin flex, as a lot of you guys call speaker wire. So it's a 2-core ripcord, half square millimeter. So let's get going on it. I'm going to do is I think I'm going to shorten up all the wires on here so that the neutral I'm going to take right through, and I'm going to cut off roundabouts there and just strip it off, and the positive, I think the roundabouts would be fine. Sorry about that, I've got the radio going in the background. Let me just turn that off. Here we go. And it's got a little, come on, focus, there you go. It's got little screw connectors there, or terminals there. So let's see what we can put on here. How is this going to get together? Okay, so focus. There we go. I'm going to try and get the wire in between the bottom two. Do you think that's how it should work, or just on top? I think I'm going to do it in the bottom. So just make a little loop in here. Not going to do the whole terminal thing. No. This thing only draws about 2.5 amps. So I'm not sure if 2.5 amps. Will this half square mil cable be enough? I think it might get a bit hot. We'll keep an eye on it for the first couple of runs and just check that you don't burn down the place. Here we go. Is there a way that this should be wired for on and off, or is it just a feel thing? Should the on position it be in a certain direction? Leave it in the comments below if you are if you're a Bakkie and you know what it should be. There we go. And now we can get the speaker wire out. There our positive wire is connected. So now we just need to connect the negative. So what I'm going to do is, in this case I'm not even going to use some electrical tape. There's plastic all around you and it's only 12 volts, so I can't see this thing going from the negative to the positive in any other way. So I'm not even going to tape it up, because in any case there's no space for it there. I think that's why they made a little channel for it. Come on. There we go. And now we're going to do a proper solid joint here, not just wind them together like in the old days when you were a little boy. Couldn't get it done fast enough, so let's do this proper. See if I can do this one-handed. Normally you make it stand up against the other, one wire against the other, and the moment you melt the solder, yeah, exactly that. Come on. Yeah. Oh, still not. Come on.
Five hours later.
Here we go. That'll do. And now we just put the whole thing together, and I think we're more than halfway there. Well, actually, let's call it about halfway. And there is our connection. You see, now I've got the cap down on the one side and the speaker wire on the other, the ripcord on the other end, and you've got a little switch on it. So if we take the other end now, by the way, there's about 5 meters worth of wire here. Now for that one we are going to put on a normal 12 volt lighter plug, cigarette lighter plug. This one they say is waterproof. I don't know how they get to that, but we'll see once we get it open. Got a little indicator LED as well. Oh, yeah. Ah, I think I missed this one. How this thing takes apart is you have to take the fuse out. There's a normal little (10 amp) fuse in here, and then you have to pull off this front little cap thingy. There we go. And there it's gone forever. No, not yet. Almost. And now we can get to the inside of it. Okay. So what they've got is they've got a little resistor on the LED. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solder the one to there, the other one on that side, and we should be sorted. Before we carry on, make sure you slip the little grommet over the little plastic thing. Guys, I know this is all black, probably a little bit difficult to see. Maybe if I zoom in a bit. Let's see if we can make it work on that. Always remember to put the grommet in, otherwise you just do it the second time when you remember, when you got the whole thing back together and it's missing the grommet. Gentlemen, this should be our electricals done, but now our problem is, how do we mount it and what do we mount it to? Maybe we should, we'll go and check it later on when it's dark. So for the mount, I've got this magnetic spray gun holder. I couldn't get a magnetic base on its own, so this hopefully will do the trick. Let's see if we can get this thing disassembled. Come on. got a piece of plastic here at the bottom that we're gonna have to take off. Let's see. I think we'll be able to stick it back on once we're done. Whoa! I'm gonna put that to the side there. Wow. Okay, so let's see if we can take this thing off. Now obviously this is gonna be an absolute ball ache because anything steel will stick to the magnet. Come on! Let me get a socket quickly. Guys, I'm gonna run to the shop quickly. I'll be back just now. Here we go. Got it out. Bit of a fight. Had to drill it a bit larger hole just for the bolt to go on there. Now I hope the bolt's not too long. But it's gonna be, yes it is. So I'm gonna have to go back to the shop and grind it off. See how this goes. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be too long. And there we go. Bolt ground down. So let's put this thing together and go and test it. Got a little spring washer in there. I don't think it's worth much. But now that I've ground the bolt, obviously we jammed up some of the thread again. Come on. Let's try again. Come on. Should have actually put some Loctite on here. I think that would have been a wise decision, but we'll see. We'll test it and see if this thing comes apart in a couple of trips. Right, so now we're just gonna stick the little piece of fake leather plastic thing back on here. Hopefully it stays there. Make sure we haven't got any metal shavings sitting there. Looks okay. I think there's one there. And now we can just put the little light on. This one I'm actually putting the little spring washer on there to come on focus. There we go. This one I'm actually putting the little spring washer on there to be able to make it move. So let's see. Not gonna be that right. That way. Can it still move? I think so, yeah. Gentlemen, and there we have our little work light. Let's go and check if it fits on the truck itself. Make sure you've got all the shavings and stuff off. The magnet's an absolute It's just fucking magic. But it's also ball-like if there's any metal particles, fine metal particles close to it. So let's go and check it out. Okay, so I've plugged it in. I think this is where I'm going to be using it the most. Yeah, and right on the back of the truck. It sticks quite good. I think you'll be able to maybe drive slowly with it. Well, I won't leave it up there semi-permanently. Got it plugged in, and there we go. So let's leave it till it's dark and see what effect we're getting. I think you'll be able to use it on the bodywork as well, but I don't think I'm going to unless I put some other rubber in here, which I think I'm going to do. But nonetheless, let's wait till dark. Gentlemen, there we have it. It's almost 8 p.m. It's about half moon. We're still in the city, so I don't know what you can see on the camera, but let's see how this light works. And there we go. I think this is a good addition to the truck. I'll definitely be hanging on to this one, either if you're doing work at night or breakdowns or even camping. So I think you'll see this in future. And with that, I'm going to call it and say thank you very much for watching. If you've made it thus far, please rate, comment, subscribe. It helps us out on the channel. And as always, stay safe.